What defines a hypercar? Well, for me, it needs to have 1,000 horsepower minimum. Extreme in the detail and craftsmanship, exotic materials, limited production, hand-built. It should be the apex of all the technology that is available at the time. It should be like the benchmark of performance, design, and all these things melted into a car. I always say it's kinetic art. You can go to a museum and appreciate art. The amount of people that is lucky enough to be able to own these cars and look after them, that's relatively small, but of course the fan base is huge. It was definitely time for Zenvo to create a new chapter. The only genuine, real way of doing that is just to sit down. Why would you buy a car like this? I think I've mentioned to my team quite a few times the equilibrium of extremes. You know, it's sort of the ultimate sweet spot. Every parameter is made to make use of a cog in the machinery of the car. The proposition of doing a new project from a blank sheet of paper for a car guy, I mean, it doesn't get any better. I have to say, I really hit it off with Christian. We definitely shared a vision. The use of negative space, basically not covering up all the engineering details of the car.
The form follows function concept is something you're born and raised with as a designer in Denmark. There is a reason that a Formula 1 car looks the way it does. There's a reason a Le Mans car looks the way it does, and it's all about aero. So when you want to start to mix aesthetics or beauty or styling with aero, it's been a challenge. You know, we want to design everything beautifully and we want to execute them beautifully. And we want to put them on display. Could we apply that to a car? The Agile is very much an execution in a very literal way. Every body panel on that car has aerodynamic performance and is creating downforce. On the Tour, it's more a sculptural approach, looking at the beautiful designs of Arne Jacobsen and trying to interpret that into a sort of a modern body language of a car. So there's two different tastes. Also seeing the final result, I think we've achieved that.
I like to refer to it as organic minimalism, which is very Danish. You have this soft, flowing, beautiful, elegant lines everywhere, which you can see in a lot of Danish furniture, you can see it in a lot of architecture. If you ask any real car enthusiast, what would you like? You know, there's no other answer than a V12. That the emotion is the sound, is the vibrations, the way they respond, it's just magic. And Male, I mean, they're a very respected company. They've done several famous V12s. They've been involved in Formula 1, in Le Mans racing. They are, I would say, the industry leader in engine technology. So I'm so proud to work with them. It's unmatched in terms of driver feedback. And this one in particular, of course, it revs to almost 10,000 RPMs. It's a quad turbo. It's got nothing to do with power. We're not chasing numbers here. We've made our own gearbox, which has a high emphasis on emotional feedback. So that combined with this V12 is like you're playing an instrument. I want to feel directly connected to the machine. Pedal feel, steering feel, engine response, sound. That's what makes a car fun to drive for me. I want the car's performance to be exploitable. I mean, we're Scandinavians. We like to go sideways. Everybody knows that. That's a big part of it. Things like craftsmanship. Every button has a very distinct tactile feel. The best leather is the best carbon work in the business. Puts so much emphasis on fit and finish, which ultimately just makes you feel like you're sitting in something special. Sure, fantastic to drive it, but it should also be fantastic to just sit in the garage under really nice lighting and enjoy it as a piece of art, really.
Some of the ideas that I was walking around with and the vision that Jens brought was actually very much the same. And I think he trusted me to be able to do that. So that has been an extremely rewarding process.
I feel like we've skipped at least one generation in the design, if not 2 or 3. I think when people see these cars for the first time, they'll be very surprised. Nobody expects us to do this at this level.
It's really great fun to be part of a company and a project that is taking a leap of this size. I think a lot of people will be really, really surprised about what we show. So I trust it will be a game changer for us.
It's not the one man and his dream story. I think they'll be remembered for being cars where the company actually listened to the whole community, like the ultimate extreme expression and what that could be. Thank God it resonates with what I want. So it's also my dream car, and I think it's fair to say it's the whole of my team's dream car.
please remember to like and subscribe to our channel.